Alright, let's do a walk around of this 2014 Mercedes E-Class E250 Blue Tech diesel. The E-Class is more or less the same for 2014 except for some cosmetic changes to the front clip, which you'll see here. The front end has been restyled a little bit to look more like the CLA, a bit more sporty, but the really huge news is that the diesel engine that's been offered in the E-Class is now a 4-cylinder, a 2.1 liter 4-cylinder turbo diesel instead of the former 3-liter V6 diesel. And the gas mileage is now up to 45 miles per gallon on the highway, which is exceptional and far better than anything else that's in this class, such as the BMW 535D or the Audi A6 TDI. Both those cars are a bit quicker, 0 to 60, but 45 miles per gallon and a 900-mile range on a full tank is pretty doggone impressive. I was impressed by it anyway. And it doesn't come at the price of the slows. This car still gets 0 to 60 in a bit under 8 seconds, which again isn't as quick as the A6, which does it in about 5.5, or the BMW 535D, which does it in about 5.8. But still, it's by no means slow. You can get it with rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, which Mercedes calls 4MATIC. And let's see some of the other details about this car that stand out relative to the competition. You might notice the height of the doors here is a bit lower, which means higher glass, and also it slopes down a little bit. So you've got a whole lot of visibility. And when you pop open the front door and sit in the car, you'll notice also that the A-pillars are relatively narrow in a lot of modern cars, and they can sometimes be twice as thick as that, so that when you're in the car and you're out looking around, you actually can see around you. The car has a really nice, open and airy feel. You don't feel like you're squatting down in the Batmobile. The interior layout is extremely tasteful in my opinion, and the controls, even for a high-end car, are pretty simple and straightforward. You do have a mouse, that's called Command, but all the buttons and controls are very simple to use, and some of them are really thoughtfully designed. I'll give you a couple of examples. The controls for the heating and air conditioning system have these nice big paddles, which I find very simple and easy to use, and I prefer it to the tapping. Also, I like the fact that it's got a stock controller up here, kind of a column shifter basically, except it's drive-by-wire rather than having a shifter on the console. It frees up the space here, and when you have your drinks out, you don't have to worry about spilling your coffee into your gear shifter, which again typically these days is electronic, and electronic devices don't like liquids. So you've got it up here, and you just tap it down to go to drive, tap it up to go to reverse. When you want to hit park, you hit park. Let's look around it a bit more. One of the deficits potentially of this car relative to some of the others in the segment, it does have a bit less back seat room than in the A6 and the BMW, but you get much better headroom in back than you do in the other two, and that's chiefly because of the more formal roofline. In the other cars, the roofline tends to swoop down more, and as a result of that, you often lose considerably in terms of backseat headroom. In some cases, it's significantly less, as much as more than 2 inches less than in the front seat. Also, you get a nice-sized trunk in this car, considerably bigger than the trunk in either. Let me see if I can get the keys here. The keys. Either the A6 or the BMW 535D. Pop a look, take a look. There you go. Nice low load floor, easy to get stuff in and out. As you can see, it goes back, and there's a pass-through, not a huge one, but there's a pass-through. So if you wanted to do something like haul some 2x4s, not that you should or could or wanted to in a $50,000 plus car, but you can. And that's pretty much the synopsis, the details. The full review is up at epautos.com. Hope to come by and take a look and leave your comments pro or con, and we'll catch up with you next time.